HarperCollins and HarperAudio present More Please on food, fat, binging, longing, and the lust for enough by Emma Specter. Read by Erin Deward. For Mom, Dad, and Jazz. The first sin was a woman eating. Ruth Gibbs, Faithful Food. What nourishes me destroys me. Leslie from America's Next Top Model Cycle 6's lower abdomen tattoo. Introduction. I'm in my bed. I'm always in my bed, always sweating an imprint of myself onto the sheets, always letting crumbs and streaks of grease land on the once pristine white duvet cover I never take the time to roll up and off the mattress. I'm eating. I'm always eating. It's pizza this time, drunkenly ordered off seamless from the back of the lift home from the bar after yet another mildly disappointing night out. It doesn't taste good or bad, not after the first few bites. Once I get into my groove, each slice is a blissful nothing. The swallowing of the crust, a hard push against my throat that is quickly mellowed by the next still hot, pliant bite of cheese and sauce dissolving in my mouth. Nothing much happened tonight. Nothing more than any other Saturday night in my recent past. My friends and I gathered for drinks at someone's apartment before heading to the club. I wore a dress I thought I liked that turned out to fit me wrong, gaping open at the chest every time I reached my arms up to dance. I struck out with a girl I'd been eyeing across the dance floor, a girl whose name I never quite learned, but whose implied rejection stung nonetheless. It's these nights, the nights where I wade into the gap between my rosy perception of my New York life and its actual lived reality, that most reliably lead to a binge. Sometimes they don't, but when they do, it always feels inevitable, as though no other outcome was remotely possible. Every binge is the same. That's not true, of course. I've binged in the darkened kitchen of my childhood home, in my best friend's bathroom, in my dorm bed, in a shabby Russian hostel, in the economy lounge at Paris's Charles de Gaulle airport, in a tiny LA one-bedroom shared with a roommate, and in more places than I can possibly list. Each of those separate binges was precipitated by its own set of circumstances, but there's something flattening about the act of binge-eating itself, of shoving food furtively into my mouth as quickly and passively as I can, that makes each individual binge feel tethered to the one before it, like beads strung on a common thread. This is who I am, my brain dully reminds me as I eat, and when I'm mid-binge, there on my bed, junk food wrappers and paper bags surrounding me like confetti from the world's loneliest parade, I have trouble steeling myself enough to fight off the thought. It's so much easier to sigh, give in, sprint to the kitchen for a spoon or a fork, lock the bedroom door, and let the tide of numb eating carry me out. The way it works, roughly, is this. Something happens, as big as a breakup or a firing, or as small as a tiff with a friend or a favorite earring lost, and an hour or a day or a week later, I start to feel the gnawing, seductive urge to binge. Not that I'd ever call it.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?